We're Will and Jen. Last week we finished up at the Alliance Rally in Elkhart, Indiana, finally fixed our leveling system, and had a friendly, or not so friendly, game of tennis. This week we're switching our fifth wheel in for Matt's motorhome and camping at the Pocono Raceway in Pennsylvania. Follow along as we camp inside the racetrack, tour a NASCAR driver's motorhome, and get VIP access to the race.
Welcome to the vlog! So what's going on, guys?
We are heading up to the Pocono Raceway in Pennsylvania, and we're camping out at the NASCAR race, but they only had room for one RV.
Well, I feel like based off her last email, she could have got us another site, but we don't have a generator yet.
Right, so you need a motorhome that has a generator.
I didn't even, when I agreed to this, I had no idea that it was boondocking. And then Will's like, yeah, we have no hookups, and we're all gonna share a tiny water tank.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
But luckily we found out that there are bathhouses.
Yep. So and luckily, your best friend has an awesome East to West Entrada. So let's load this thing up, guys, and we're going on a road trip.
Guys, if you're wondering why I wanted to take the fifth wheel, hopefully now you understand.
Jen, I mean,
Well, we can make a really nutritious meal out of mayonnaise, ketchup, jelly, peanut butter, and Red Bulls.
Well, hang on. Maybe there's more in the freezer.
Oh, wow, delicious. Not even ice cubes. All right, we stopped for a little pit stop for dinner.
Yeah.
And now we're back on the road. So we're
going to stop at Walmart tonight?
Yes, we have.
Like we're going to go to Walmart to...
Will, we can't survive off mayonnaise and peanut butter.
Yeah, I need coffee.
So I guess Walmart's the next stop.
I'm attempting to lay back here on the bed, but it's actually a pretty bumpy ride. Like once you get in the bed, it's not that bad, but like you can like see me moving on the camera. So I don't know if I could sleep on this, like take a nap, but at least it's like a cushioned place to like, it's like a chase. It's like a chase car seat. You can lay back, put your legs out, put your... Also guys, this artwork that Andrea has put up in the RV is some major foreshadowing for a future vlog. So leave down in the comments what you think that means. Alright, we made it to the Pocono Raceway really late last night. It was kind of a cluster. We did get in really late, so I'm sure that didn't help. We got in at what, like midnight?
Right.
And we like went to frickin' 5 or 6 different gates before we finally got in, and then it was hard finding it. So, but we're actually camping in the infield in the middle of the Pocono Raceway. So it's gonna be really cool once the races are actually going on, because what you can't see is the racetrack is literally right behind the camera right now.
So we're here at Pocono's Raceway again this whole weekend. It's gonna be so much fun all weekend. Today's first race is at like 6:30, I think. Till then, we're hanging out, walking around, checking out what's going on. And yeah, we're excited to be here and have a fun weekend. This is my first NASCAR race. Is it yours?
No, I've been to NASCAR races before. I think just in Delaware or Dover, Delaware.
Okay.
But it's been a long time, but it gets really noisy. And so my mom actually still had some of the like noise canceling headphones where you can actually tune in and like hear drivers talking to their pit chief and stuff like that. So
that'll be cool.
But I think today's race is the trucks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
This will be pretty fun. And apparently the Poconos Raceway is almost like shaped like a triangle, so we're like right in the middle of it camping. So it's boondocking. I think on the outfield there was like actually hookup spots, but it's kind of like worth it if you don't mind boondocking to be like right here, because the track is like literally right there. So it should be pretty fun. There's gonna be like vendors and activities. I think there's like a carnival for kids, food trucks and stuff. So we're gonna just go around and have fun today.
So yesterday we stopped at Walmart. We had a little bit of an impulse buy. If you saw our vlog from a couple weeks ago, you saw when we were in Tennessee, we were using the Blackstone grill that came with my parents' RV rental, and we loved it. So we were at Walmart and Matt was like, oh, by the way, I don't have any pans or anything to cook with, really.
I got ketchup and mayo.
Right. So we were like, well, a Blackstone does it all. It's everything. You can cook everything on it practically. So we got a Blackstone grill, and we're trying it out with breakfast this morning.
Now, what's so different about that grill, Will?
This is the new electric one, so we're curious to see how it does, if it's different, if it's better, if it's worse. So we got some bacon on, some sausage, and then once all this is done, I'm gonna throw some eggs on.
And if you look next to us, we're camping with Endless RV and Izzy and MJ, and they have a propane one. So maybe later we're gonna get a little crazy and maybe do like a comparison.
Or like a cook-off.
Yeah, like a cook-off. Everybody gets to feed me.
So we were a little concerned because like as soon as we turned the grill on, the generator like revved up, but it just like went back down. And what I realized is once it gets like, it's gonna pull a lot to heat up, but then once it heats up, it seems like the generator can like relax a little bit, and it doesn't pull nearly as much energy. So that's good to know.
We got our VIP passes. You know why? We're very important people.
All right, today is our second full day here at the Pocono Raceway, and yesterday was a little slow. We actually got some rain, so some of the races that were supposed to happen yesterday got delayed till today, but today is really our jam-packed day where we're doing some really cool stuff. So first thing is, today we are getting a private tour from Cole Custer, who is the number 41 NASCAR driver in the Cup Series, and he is giving a tour of the motorhome that he uses to tour around to all the NASCAR races. So that's going to be really cool, and actually right now behind me is the entire driver's area where all the drivers have their RVs and like the show haulers with their cars go in and everything. And then later today we're also getting a tour of a show hauler, so that should be really cool to see too. And then of course all of the racing happening today, we're going to be right there at pit row, right up close to the pit crew, seeing all the action, being close to the cars where it's really loud. So I'm super excited for that, and it should be a blast. I haven't been to a NASCAR race in so long, and we're really getting like the VIP experience today. So we're in the driver's area right now where all of the drivers' motorhomes and RVs and stuff are. And we learned a little fun fact that this white one behind us is actually the old motorhome of Dale Earnhardt Jr. So that's really cool. And this one's like stands out because it's white with like really bright flames going down the side. Hey guys, we're here today with Cole Custer, who drives the number 41 car for NASCAR. So thank you so much for having us here, and I think he's going to give us a little tour of his motorhome today, right?
Yeah, for sure. You guys want to check it out?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is the inside here. We got the TV, we got the couches.
So pretty much, I mean, we race 38 weekends a year. It's nice to have a space where you can kind of look at data or have guests or sponsors or whatever it is. Just nice to kind of relax and come back here and just get your mind off things a little bit.
Yeah, you got a lot of seating space in here, which is really
Yeah, it's nice. It spreads out, you know, and we have the Oreos, we have the kitchen, we have everything you really need in here.
Snacks.
Then we got our sponsor, Dixie Vodka in here. Good day or bad day, we got it covered. Got a bunch of water. For us as a race car driver, it's really important to hydrate. It gets really hot in the cars.
Yeah.
Of course, so that's pretty much the biggest thing we do.
Now, can your family come and travel with you if they
so
want?
family, if they're my fiance Carrie, if she comes, she can hang out in here.
That's
So
very nice.
it works out really good because there's not you don't want them in the way of the team and just
Right.
so having a space is definitely good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
they can sit in the AC too.
Yep, exactly. Then we got the bathroom here, the shower, sink,
Nice.
whatever you need.
Now I don't know if you know, but Will's famous for doing the shower test.
Oh, really?
Test
Can we
if he can
test
fit.
yours?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
All right.
I think that passes.
Man, there's no skylight, which is usually what you need, but it's still good. It definitely passes. Ding!
That's a shower test seal of approval.
Last thing, we got the bedroom here. We got the TV. I mean, pretty much you want to sleep or do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's really nice.
When did you know you wanted to become a NASCAR driver?
When I was probably 5 years old, you know, I mean, I started racing when I was 5 years old, and I was always a fan.
Right.
So doing what I'm doing now is pretty unreal. I mean, I remember getting some of these guys' autographs when I was a kid, so it's
Right.
pretty
That's
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a 180 experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, who was your favorite driver growing up?
For me, it was always Jason Leffler. He wasn't like a really well-known guy, I guess you'd say, but I was always a big fan of him.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the
Yeah,
time to show
yeah.
us.
Thanks for having me, or thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah, and good luck today and tomorrow.
Thank you.
what are you excited for today?
Just seeing like a real race, I think will be fun.
Yeah.
Because yesterday, what did you say it was called again?
The ARCA, which
Yeah.
is kind of like the minor leagues of baseball.
Right. Well, and like the funny thing is like, I mean, they were racing fast, right? And there were wrecks and everything. But what was so disappointing was the pit crew. Like they were just like taking their time, and
Right.
it was no
I'm like,
big
there's
deal.
no pep in their
Well,
steps.
so an ARCA sanctioned race
Let Mr.
from-
NASCAR expert
from my
tell you.
friend. What's my friend's name?
Todd.
Todd Gillian, who's my friend now.
Yeah, we met. Oh, we didn't tell him that. We met a NASCAR driver last night.
Right. I'm trying to understand how NASCAR works, and so we've learned from him that ARCA is minor leagues, and the pit crews, once you go into the pit, you don't lose your spot, so that's why they don't need to work so fast.
Right.
And I'm all like, thanks, how do you know all this? He was like, well, I'm a driver. And I'm like, oh, okay.
But what I'm excited for today is they'll be doing practice and qualifying for the Cup Series.
Right.
And qualifying is cool because each driver goes around individually and
Yeah.
they're trying to get the fastest time.
Nice.
So they'll be pushing, but it won't be as loud because it's just one car at a
Right,
time.
right.
But then tomorrow's like the actual Cup Series.
Right.
So I guess I think they're doing the Truck Series today because we
They
had
are
rain
doing
yesterday.
the truck series today, yeah.
Yeah, so some of the stuff that was supposed to happen yesterday didn't happen because of the rain.
Yeah.
So
today's a little more packed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow is the Cup Series, and again today they're doing their qualifying rounds. And NASCAR is so cool because with most sports you can't get in with the action, but the whole thing with NASCAR is it's all about getting as close to the racers as you can. And today we got special tickets to be back in here with the pit crew during all the races all day.
Okay, so the way qualifying works at NASCAR is basically before the race starts. It might be the same day, it might be the day before. Usually it's the day before, I believe. But each driver takes one lap around the track and they try to do it as fast as they can. And the times that it takes basically determines what position they're going to be in the race. So obviously, the faster you go, the more chance you have of starting number one. And obviously, like the winner isn't necessarily determined by who starts first, but it definitely gives you an advantage to start at the beginning of the pack.
So we're now in the garage area, and they're still doing the qualifying. So Jen talked about qualifying earlier, and there's almost like two parts to it. Part A is what Jen talked about, but the second part is that the driver's gonna come back into the garage, and as you can see behind me, all their garages are numbered and lined up here. They can talk to their pit chief and go over any weird things that they're feeling, anything that they think they can do to tune that car up, and just get everything perfect before the race actually starts. So they got a garage over here, and then actually behind us is their 18-wheeler that they haul with them, which is like their command center. It's got their tools, and of course that's how they transport the vehicle itself.
Okay, so the car behind me here is the M&M Kyle Busch car, which, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of Kyle Busch, but he is one of the top drivers that I know. Like, I used to watch NASCAR more growing up, and all of like the really popular drivers that I remember growing up are retired now, so I don't know a lot of the new guys, but I do know Kyle Busch. So it's kind of cool that we're just walking past his car right now.
So these are the 18-wheelers for each team, and it's really cool. What somebody explained to us, that ramp right there, the car actually stores above everything. So these are like the command centers and the tool sheds for all the drivers. And the cars actually raise up, and they actually have two cars in each 18-wheeler.
Wow, that's crazy actually.
Right.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it's like up at the top.
Right, you'd think it'd be the
Like,
other way around.
Right, like the heaviest thing, wouldn't you think should be at the bottom?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good looking.
Hey, Paul, you should be very proud of Jen. Did a nice job here. Congratulations. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Nice.
You're awesome. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, they're out of North Chicago.
Okay.
And they build the conversion. So you get it from Prevo.
Yeah.
And then they build the conversion and make it into a motorhome. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, and we're looking for an idea on a coach. I might need to talk to you and pick your brain.
What are you looking at?
Well, we need something with bunks, and we want to be able to tow our trailer to go racing in. So, well, I have a toter home, and she's like, it doesn't have bunks, it's not big enough, it's not spacious enough. And I'm like, well, if I go longer with a motorhome, then I'm only allowed so much trailer
Right.
for legal length.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's the argument.
So you want like a 40-foot motorhome?
something to that effect with bunks, yeah.
All right, guys, we are here with Joe Graff Sr., who is a former racer, but now he's the owner of fgrACCEL. So can you tell me a little bit more about your background in racing and what your company does?
Yeah, so I raced at the amateur level, but raced all around the country. I was very passionate about it. And then as my son was getting older, he wanted to sort of follow in my footsteps and race, but I talented out. He kept his talent curve going. So here he is now racing in NASCAR, and we've helped build a business around him, which is fgrACCEL. So we work with corporations to introduce them to NASCAR, come in as sponsors. Then we also manage athletes, my son being one, and we've got 3 others.
Very cool. Now, what number car does your son drive?
My son drives the Bucked Up Energy 07 in the Xfinity Series.
And so Bucked Up is like a functional energy drink?
A functional beverage. So it's an energy drink that is full of good nutrients but doesn't have any sugar.
Yeah.
And so, you don't get the crash.
Yeah, and we tried it earlier. I tried the cotton candy flavor. It was actually, I don't even like cotton candy, but it's actually really good. And this is pink lemonade.
Let's get bucked up.
Let's get bucked up. So, but this is his show hauler right here that you guys take around the country to the races, right?
Right. It's basically a mobile operations office for fgrACCEL. So we have sort of a living room where we can hold meetings, decompress, get out of the heat. We've then got a bedroom area where the drivers can relax if they want to just get a dark area, prepare for the race. And then in the back, we've actually got an office area largely used by our media division where they can rip videos, create content, push it out, but we can also collapse that down and turn it into a photo studio if there's a sponsor who has needs where we can shoot stuff
Film it
right
on the
there.
go.
Yeah, and we've got a
Awesome.
lift gate in the back which goes out. It sort of cantilevers out like a porch. So very, very functional and flexible for us.
So we're excited because we're about to jump in and take a little tour of it. So do you want to kind of take us around and show us?
Sure.
All right.
So here we have the living room area, which again, it's got a TV right now. We're watching the truck race that's on there. We've got the captain's chairs that turn around so people can sit in there. We can host a number of people. And so we've got a kitchen area where we can have catering. We have a stovetop. We very rarely use it. If we do cook, it's with a grill outside. But we'll usually put like charcuterie out, vegetables,
nice.
etc. for people when we're hosting meetings here. Doing driver debriefs, and then fgrACCEL, like I said, we've got a media division, but we also have our agents here. So on any given race day, we've got 6 people at the track. So this is really good to sort of have our corporate meetings in the morning, debrief about the agenda that we're working on. And as you can see, it's not too hot outside, but it certainly feels hot at a racetrack.
Yeah.
So it's nice to come in, get the air conditioning, and have some peace and quiet. We've got just your regular refrigerators, pantries, usually all stocked up. This is a super functional and flexible RV for us. It's on a Freightliner chassis, easy to maintain, drives like a dream. The only thing I don't like about the layout is the bathroom. We sort of have,
in that walk-through space.
really, it just never feels right.
Yeah. And it's hard because you got to get that garage in the back. So it's kind of like, how do you orient it?
So and we've looked at like all the different floor plans. Nobody's solved for this on this width yet. So it's just something we have to accept for all the benefits that we do get. And then as you can see from the bedroom here, it's a small bedroom, but just perfect for what we need. If a driver wants to relax, get in their headspace before the race, you turn the lights out, everything gets nice and quiet and dark, you shut the doors. And this, I can't say enough about Renegade on how they build these things. The soundproof is phenomenal.
This is the nap room.
Yeah, it really is. This is really what attracted us to this RV is the flexible space in the back. So all these desks collapse. So if we need to do a photo shoot here, we can put our screen up. The drivers in their new race uniform, like you'll see there on the Bucked Up, and we can shoot all the media that we need. And then we just pull the lights and the cameras out and we put the desks back up. But in its normal operating environment, we've got computers here. And then in addition to that, our drivers are sneakerheads, so at any given race day, you've got a lot of really cool sneakers hanging around for different autograph sessions or appearances. They pop on their different sneakers. And the other thing that's interesting about this RV is we've got a lookout deck up top, and it's super easy. So you just pop it right up.
Was this standard or something you guys added in?
It was all here. We bought
Interesting.
We bought this as constructed. We bought it off of an insurance company from Florida, and they built it this way to go to areas that were hit by hurricanes where people could go in and file their claims and things. And then the smartphone came out, and they do that on apps, and so this was never used. It was stored inside, had 16,000 miles on it for a 2006, and since that time we've now put a ton of miles on it. Just absolutely love this thing. Yeah, so having access to the roof is really important because we can come up here in between the races, and here we are at Pocono Speedway, and we can see areas of the track. There's a giant screen TV that we can see. Many times we'll have our radios on where we can listen to the team.
So right behind us is the track, but this is called the Tricky Triangle, right?
Yeah, it's a unique racetrack in that it only has 3 turns.
Yeah.
Most tracks have 4 turns, they're ovals. This one only has 3.
And we are actually camped in the infield, I believe. Where's turn 1?
Turn 1 is right over there?
Yeah, so we're all the way over that way. And now here we're like kind of right in front of the track.
We're in what's called the driver-owner lot. So there's drivers and owners in here. For example, we've got Dr. Oz walking through. He's running for Senate here in Pennsylvania. But we've got Kyle Busch's coach over there, Joey Logano's, and everybody. So it's a nice little quiet area where the drivers can decompress. You don't get overwhelmed by fans. And it's really a good spot to get your head together and prepare for racing.
All right, Joe, well, thank you so much for giving us a tour and telling us a little bit more about your company. And we're excited to be here with you this weekend, checking out the Pocono race.
We're so happy to have you guys. We're such big fans of your channel. And it's amazing what we've learned from you guys, what we've learned from endless RVing. So somebody new to an RV, you've been invaluable to us. And we're just so grateful to have you out.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
I'll tell you, being yourself,
She's so cute.
She's getting cuddly with you, huh?
You have a personality that you want to keep watching.
Thank you. Yeah, no, we got
The Xfinity race is getting ready to begin. They're doing driver introductions right now. And we are on pit row. And for this race, we're actually going to be able to get inside the pit box right up there. And we're going to have a great view of the whole race. And it'll be a great view also for when they come in for a pit stop. So that'll be really cool. I'm excited to see that. So they just kicked off the race. They do 1 lap just to kind of get warmed up and everything. So we're gonna be here right at the edge of the pit. Well, we will move back in a little bit, but they're gonna loop around, and then once they cross the line, they're gonna punch it, and that's really gonna start the race. So the first lap is just doesn't count towards the 90. Is that what we figured out it was?
Don't matter. I don't know. All I know, it's gonna get from 0 to 100 real quick, and it's all gonna happen right here.
Right here.
We're finish line or starting line, however you want to consider it.
So now we're up in the pit box so we can see everything. We're sitting up higher. We got all the computers to see everything. It's a yellow flag right now, but they're clearing it up. They might have lifted the yellow flag. No.
I think they're still cleaning the track.
Yep, they're still cleaning the track, and they're gonna take off soon. It'll be such an awesome view up here.
Oh, we'll get to see them like start off fast from up here.
Yeah, probably.
That'll be cool.
Yep.
We took a little break from the race and we are heading to the infield where they have food trucks and drinks and they got live music going. Yeah. So we're gonna get our dinner here. There's a taco truck. I'm hoping that's still here. It was here the last 2 days and it's really good. So I've been getting that like every meal.
You really have.
I've been overdosing on the tacos. But then we're gonna eat and then we're gonna go back over to see the end of the race. Well, Holden wins.
But he did finish in top 10, which I think we were kind of like getting some behind the scenes details about how it all works, right? And usually the top winners have the most funding, right? So they can afford the best stuff. So I think top 10 for him is actually really good.
Yeah. like the pit crew and the whole team
Yep.
seem to be celebrating over that.
Right.
So
Yeah, they
I think
seemed
that's kind of
happy.
like a win for him.
Right.
So who won? What was the guy's name? Like Gradson?
Craig's.
Like
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So we went and saw like the final, probably 15, 20 laps.
Yeah.
So we're just
Roughly.
heading back to the RV.
Yep.
It's the final day of the Pocono race, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Hopefully this nice weather holds out. But I am up this morning a little earlier than I wanted to be, actually. For some reason, the CO and propane alarm in the motorhome keeps going off, and we don't know why. So it went off last night when we turned the propane off, and it was going off again this morning, so we like aired it out for a while and stuff. Now, once I'm up, I'm up. So I'm just doing some work here, but it's so nice sitting out here. And we actually, yesterday was our busy day doing all the behind the scenes stuff at the race. Today we can kind of just chill, and we can get back into the pit row later, like where we were yesterday. But we don't really have to do a lot today. We're just going to kind of relax here at the campsite, poke around and everything. And I'm excited though, because today's race is the big one, the Cup Series. So it has like the best drivers, and it's like the most popular race. So I'm excited to see who wins. My favorite driver now is probably Chase Elliott, only because that's my mom's favorite driver. And when he first started, he drove the 24 car, which was Jeff Gordon's old car, and that was like who we really liked when I was growing up. So, but I'm also rooting for Cole Custer, who is part of the fgrACCEL team. Oh, and something that we are going to do today while we're at the campsite is Will and I are going to do a whole tour of Izzy and MJ's motorhome here. So that video should already have been out by the time this video comes out, so I'll make sure to link it up there if you haven't seen the tour yet. But yeah, I'm excited to see. I've never been in their motorhome before, so I'm excited to see what it looks like. Back at pit row.
Back again. We're very important people.
So today's the real race, right?
Yes.
What do they call it again? The Cup.
The Cup Series.
Cup Series. Yeah. Got the money on.
2 more years. Jason will be 18, then we can.
Yeah.
We can
Now I
go
can
in.
do all the fun stuff.
Look at these tires, Jen. Little Goodyears. 445-65 or 22.5s.
I love those.
I love those. It's America.
It really is.
That's America.
It's got the flag going down the side.
Look at this. Got little side cameras, aluminum.
Oh, is that Jeff Gordon's car?
Yeah, that's his old number.
Is it his car or no?
No, it's a Pocono Raceway. They say it's just like a stock cam car.
Because we're going to be dry docking. Dun, dun, dun. Cluster.
Thorcott at 3:30. Barcott.
Excuse me. I love your RV. What do you do for a living?
I'm a NASCAR driver, Cole Custer. You want me to show you around?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect. Hey everyone, I'm here with NASCAR driver Cole Custer. Custer or Cluster?
Custer, C-U-S-T-E-R. You're good.
There ain't nothing but a hound dog. Okay, move up some.
Yeah.
I'm your favorite golfer's driver's favorite golfer's driver.
Gang, gang.
Gang,
Good to see Crip Walk.
With my man. Gang, gang, baby. We lit.